Hello and welcome to Niger, the platform where we speak truth to power. The song says, how long am I going to suffer? I've got a picture here. Recently in Niger, just a few days ago, a day or so ago, a coup took place. The military have imposed themselves. They've taken away the so-called democratically elected government because of malfeasance and corruption and everything else. Now, one of the people that the military have arrested is a finance minister, the finance minister for Niger. He's the one you see in this video. He's crying because he's been given 48 hours by the coup plotters to account for stolen money of the Niger people or face execution by firing squad. Now, I'm not advocating for this to be done in Nigeria. No, I am not. And in fact, I reject it. But I'm gonna play it, and then I will show you the way forward for us. There is a much better way that we can do this, and I want us to go for that collectively. It needs our collective participation. However, we are not going to be bystanders in the improvement of our nation or the nations that will come out of a failed Nigeria, because Nigeria is going to fail. But anyway, that's for another. That's a discussion for later on. Right now, we just need them to begin to do certain things. So let's watch this video. Here we go. You see, he's literally crying because he's fearing for his life. He's fearing for his life, literally, because he knows that he has to account for those funds. And maybe there are people who he's worked with. He doesn't want to say whatever. He's afraid for his life. It's a desperate measure. It's not one I condone, but I can see why they're doing it. But I'm saying there's a different way for us to do this in contraption Nigeria right now. In Nigeria, I don't like saying contraption, but it's just that nothing is working in Nigeria, and that's why we're going for self-determination. But let's listen on. See, it's literally crying. See, and there's someone is patting it back. Okay. You see that? You see, literally, it's the panic and the fear. 48 hours to either tell them or it's goodbye to this world. See? Now they're giving him water because he has to just compose himself. See that? See that? So he is afraid for his life. Now, to the solution that I propose. Here is the solution that I really propose. If we allow, I do not want the military to come back. We know what has happened under Babangida, under Gowon, under all of these people, under the military. It is only going to lead to one thing. More people will be silenced, and then there will be no, the voice of the people will not be heard by the military. It will not. We know that book. We shouldn't go down that road. I do not support that. Here's a road that we can go. Here is a road that we, the people, can take firmly. But we need to be part of this process. We need to be part of this process fully. Fully. And I'm going to show you. Let me show you. Right. Many of you following Citizen AY, you will know that I've talked about this, I've spoken about this, and I've been trying to espouse this for quite some time now. In fact, since there was a bit of a halt in what we're doing in Yoruba Nation in terms of, not halt, but that sort of a fractured movement, if you like. I had to take a step back and look at what was the goal we were trying to achieve. And once I was able to focus on that and understand that it was ensuring that the people ultimately benefited from their resources, then I started looking again in the constitution, and then I actually understood the words in section 14.2 and 14.2c, which is what drove me to now begin to promote that, because it is in doing that that we will actually ultimately get the people, their voices to be heard, to participate in their governance, and ultimately lead to the position whereby a referendum clause will be inserted in the constitution. It's a long struggle. It's not going to be straightforward. I'm going to be honest with you. It is not straightforward. Just do that now. No, it is a consistent and consistent approach to this thing, participating in our governance, beginning to hold them to account, and all of that will start changing our mindset. For too long, for over 24 years, we have not been able to hold our governors to account because we didn't know the powers that I'm showing you. They may not I don't know the constitution in Niger, but this is the constitution we have in Nigeria. And in this constitution, it talks about that we, the people, collectively, it says sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria. That means that it's we, all of us, from whom the government, through this constitution, that 1999 constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Now, it's important for us to understand collectively that we are sovereigns. As it states in the current constitution, yes, we know it's flawed. Yes, it needs to be redrawn. Yes, we need to insert a referendum clause in it. I get it. But whilst we are still in Nigeria, we need to use those powers. And until such a time that we have a referendum, we are not going to be able to get off Nigeria. That is a plain fact. We will not have that opportunity unless a referendum clause that everybody in the nation has the opportunity to exercise is put in place. We cannot leave Nigeria. Yes, I want Yoruba nation tomorrow, but we can't get that. So what I'm saying here is, whilst we're in Nigeria, we are better off exercising our sovereignty that it states in black and white you see on the screen. We need to exercise that. That is a different way from allowing the military to come and take control. Because if you're allowing the military to take control, then you're allowing, it's like a group of mafia taking over the nation again. You, the people, need to be collectively engaged in a governance. So now that you know you're a sovereign under section 14.2a, 14.2c states clearly that the participation by the people, as you're seeing on the screen, the participation by the people in their government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Now, the principal one we must focus on is that we are sovereigns. And as people, when we understand that, it means that we have to actively, on a daily basis, participate in our governance. All the funds that are going to all over 774 local government areas, each and every local government person, citizen, is sovereign, must come together and ask questions of those funds. You see, we are leaving it to the hands of the military to say the man should explain the funds to them or he dies in 48 hours. We can start doing that, not the killing bit, but start questioning them right now. We don't have to wait. You can come together in your community and start questioning those we elect into office, because that's what the military is trying to do. Now, the thing is with the military, when you allow the military to do this for you, some of the funds will ultimately, the very thing they're trying to stop, which is corruption, the military will get engaged in it. When they see all that money, they think, oh, I want a cut of it. But when all the community together in every local government area is participating in this process on a daily basis, questioning the government, demanding to know where the funds are, instructing where they want those funds to be used on, i.e. roads, water, light, school, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, and so on and so forth. It reduces the opportunity for those who want to come and loot. It takes it away from them because it becomes a transparent process. It becomes a transparent process. So I really want us all to really take this up. This is a good opportunity here that we have. This refinery, Operation 4 refineries, fix the 4 refineries, is something that is in AY has been promoting. And we need to insist on that. We need to call all our, in every local government area, you need to have a town hall meeting with your local government chairman, State House of Assembly members, House of Reps, senators, governors, town hall meetings. Begin to call for a town hall meeting where they will come to explain to you. You will tell them, you will read this to them, you will read this section to them to make them understand that we, the citizens, are the sovereigns. That's where you start your meeting, with reading this to them, so that they know that you're a sovereign. They cannot walk out. They have to do your business. It's not fight. We're not asking you to fight anybody. We're asking you to exercise your powers. This is about exercising your powers. Now, once you read that to them, you now tell them that, look, the refineries, instead of paying subsidies. We want you, or paying over the odds for petrol. We want you to immediately, within 4 weeks, fix our refineries, the 4 refineries. And we want you as the lawmakers to pass laws at the State House of Assembly and the National Assembly to ensure that it compels the federal government to immediately fix those refineries. Appoint people, Nigerians, to fix, qualified experts in Nigeria to fix the 4 refineries, to bring down the price of the oil immediately. That is what we must do in all our local government area. We have that power. We are sovereigns. We need to exercise it. That is what I'm here to try and reiterate. We must take that collective action on a consistent basis. We need to be monitoring their actions, because our role, you see, our central role as citizens is to monitor our government. And how do we monitor them? By participating in our governance. We have the right to question them on everything they're doing, but we haven't been exercising that powers. So that's what we are here to do now. So take a screenshot of those powers that you see on the screen. Take a screenshot in every community. Begin to use those powers. Begin to exercise those powers collectively. And when you do it collectively, and let them know that you know you are a sovereign, and with that sovereignty collectively, you are holding them to account. They cannot walk away from it, because that's what they use. This is the same constitution that they're using to oppress us. We now need to take back control by participating in that process. For as long as we don't participate in that process, they will continue to oppress us. So it is incumbent on all of us to collectively come together within each community, in local government area, begin to question them. The monthly allocation, for example, they must be giving us regular updates. Not one whereby, oh, they get paid money in February, and you do not see it until July. You don't see the data until July. By that time they have stolen them. I did a video where they're paying the monthly allocation on a month-by-month basis, but the report and the details that you need to be able to access and to see how much they paid you is not released until 5 months after they paid the money. That's corruption. But because we're not actively participating in our governance, we're not questioning this, and we must be participating on a daily basis. This must be the focus of we the people. We are the sovereigns. The religions of Islam and Christianity are distractions to prevent you from exercising your powers as a sovereign. You need to understand that. So please, what happened to this guy here is not the solution. We don't want military intervention, because ultimately they only call them a mafia. They will do things for their own personal benefit once again. But it is time that we the people collectively come together and do something that will benefit our own community as a whole, so that we can reach our true potentials in our own country. That's what I wanted to say. This is a good opportunity for us all. Please, take a screenshot of what you see on the screen. We need to do this literally, local government area by local government area. We need to begin to actively participate collectively, critically, collectively. Never do this individually. We need to come together, have meetings. You must be a member of a local community association. You must ensure that they have a copy of this pinned on the wall. I'll be doing a video now shortly, where you will have at least 4 languages in which they have translated this the Constitution into at least 3 or 4 languages, and in Pidgin English, so that we the people can understand the powers we possess and how to use it. So please, when you get this podcast, do me a favor, share it. The hard work is something that all of us will have to do. The praying is not hard work. It is trying to distract you. We now need to take collective action using the powers. We don't need coup. Coup is not the solution. What we need is to exercise the powers of sovereignty as written down within the Constitution of Nigeria. Please, when you get this podcast, please do share. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak with the power. The song says, how long am I going to suffer? Now, please, it's a question that is pertinent to what we're suffering now. The price of food everything is affected by this fuel subsidy scam. And we need to actively participate by holding our governance to account. So please read those powers, use it, share it, talk to more people, encourage them to know about this power, so we can begin to collectively exercise it together. It is for our collective benefit. We do not need a solution like this. The Niger going down and killing someone in 48 hours is not going to solve it. Because those who killed those people, unfortunately, when they see the money that these guys are spreading, they will ultimately come to the same situation whereby they're going to loot as well. But when we are all actively participating in our governance, as stated in the Constitution, using our sovereignty, it becomes a transparent process. Nobody can loot. Please, let's act on this. You are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please do me a favor. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Help us reach more people. We need as much information as possible to really, to awaken our mind. We need this information to awaken the minds of our people. We've been put to sleep for over 24 years. It's time to wake up. Join in this struggle. The best thing you can do for Citizen AY, and in fact for yourself and for your community, is to share this broadcast, is to share the words written in there. The sovereignty, I'm going to read it to you. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. That is the power. And how you use it is by participation. The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. I know it off-head. I know this off-head. I can read it anywhere. I know it. What I want you to do is be able to know this off-head in your community, in your languages. And you don't have to do this in English. You can do it in Yoruba. You can do it in Igbo. I'll show you a video shortly that I'm going to be putting out that will actually talk about the different languages, the main languages and others that you can translate to. And even you that are watching, if I don't have the words translated to your language, you can translate it for your people so they know. This is something that all of us must be involved in. We don't need coup. Coup is not the solution. This man crying and everything else doesn't solve it. Yes, they are trying to hold him to account, and send a message. But the military is not. We're not going back to the military era. We need the people to participate. The laws in the Constitution gives us the powers. Let us use those powers. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. So subscribe. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. You can see on my to my left here, there is something just below there. It's telling you the same thing that you see on the screen, which is just subscribe, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up. Help us grow the platform. And the message is very important. We do not want military coup. We must exercise our sovereignty. We must exercise our sovereignty. That is very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to power. Help us grow this platform. Share this broadcast. Please leave comments. Let us reach as many people as possible. This is the only solution that we have. And ultimately, we, in exercising our sovereignty, can actually put in the Constitution a referendum clause that will now allow for us to have the opportunity to now go for self-determination. So we have the powers. It is time for us to collectively use it. We have to use it collectively together. You are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Bye for now. Please do share, share, and share. Please do share, share, and share. Thank you and bye for now. So please, before I go, what I would like you to do is to keep it locked on. Citizen AY.